Hello everyone, it's time for the F-Zero GX run of Fund the Charity Room for diabetic research. I'm the one doing this because I'm the only one in this group who's ever played an F-Zero game.
I played it was the Nintendo-thon, I believe a few years ago. I played the original F-Zero. I don't know if I beat it, but
well, I mean,
I got to Firefield.
Well, that's something at least. If you allow me to show off just a smidge before we start, I've completed every Grand Prix including the AX Cup, which I unlocked legitimately not going to an AX machine. Because you could do that back in the day if you had an AX machine in an arcade, which good luck if you were in America.
I forget that this had was it like a complimentary thing? Like, was it?
If you brought in your memory card to an AX machine, you could download quote unquote the unlock for the AX Cup and the AX Racers. So guys like Spade and a few others, like Daigoro and PJ, who's a Crazy Taxi reference, you could do those if you had an AX machine. But since we're in America and we don't have arcades even back then, there is a way to unlock them legitimately in the game just by beating like super hard mode and stuff.
Time for Groovy Taxi.
Yeah,
kind of like the Crazy Taxi thing you would see on an anime that's set in Mars.
Yeah, but just to show I do have those legitimately.
Yeah. So we're here where F-Zero GX is it, Ryan? Because this to this day is still your go-to F-Zero game.
Yes,
despite it being incredibly hard from what I hear.
Yeah, well, mostly the story mode. Grand Prix isn't too bad until you get to the harder difficulties, which they're supposed to be harder. So, yeah, we're starting with the prologue movie because this game has a story mode. And yes,
Shadow.
It has the widescreen full motion video thing going on, so it's going to have bars during cutscenes.
We're just getting some last minute things here checked here behind the scenes in Discord before I catch up on donations. So give me a minute here, and Ryan will take you to the well, I don't want to say crash course because that would insinuate that you're going to die.
Speaking from the background, this is one of the few GameCube games that allows widescreen support.
Does it do that is it like Star Fox Adventures where it crunches the screen so that when you stretch it out, it doesn't look so awkward?
Kind of, yeah. It just played in standard definition. It doesn't look any better on widescreen, really. It's just...
Also, I still admire the attempt at the very least.
Well,
it's called anamorphic.
This was because, again, this game was also an arcade game, mostly in Japan because of Sega. So those had more widescreen monitors back then. So that's how it is. So yeah, we have a new villain who took down Black Shadow somehow for some reason. So first mission, Captain Falcon trains, and yes, obviously you can see the memory card. I have beaten every difficulty in the story mode somehow.
Yeah,
I had a lot of time in that summer.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the donation page ready to go just in case we miss anything. Hey, Uncle, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi, Greg.
Am I too loud? Am I not loud enough?
You're
You
good.
sound fine to me.
Okay.
What brings you by today, Greg?
I just wanted to stop in. John mentioned during the Kirby race that he was going to be doing comms, but it didn't sound like anybody else was going to be with him. So I figured I'd stop in.
Sure.
Plus, he said that he was going to leave at some point. So
yeah, I'm going to be here for about an hour. And then I'm gonna
that works.
I mean, if you've got people, I can leave. If you want, I can stay.
You're welcome to stay. So
Stay. Please stay.
Me and Steve are
can-
basically just background.
Can somebody link me the donation so that I can help read donos?
Right there,
It's on
the
general.
general.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It should be in the general tab. What was the last donation read? Do we know?
Raptor or whatever for $60.
Okay, I'm going to do a...
There is something came up as just it's still loading because I saw the number change. The number changed, but it's just they're waiting for it to come.
We'll give a couple more minutes before I do another refresh.
Yeah, starting from the last stream ended with $6,107, which that's the most amount. I think that's the most amount in one game so far.
That is insane, and you guys are crazy.
And
Sonic and Kirby games.
And some quick updates on the bid wars. Lisa is winning. The Fire Emblem Warriors won at $60. Rondo and Castlevania 4 are neck and neck, with 4 winning at $71 versus Rondo's $70. Lost Levels is still winning at $125 with World at $70. Fuck the Dragon at 51 versus Save the Princess is 30. Prime 2 is in a ginormous lead with 1,306 versus Prime 1's 620. Advance 3's got 161 versus Advance 2's 95. Pac-Man World 2 and World 1 is still at 8 versus 5. Twin Snakes is now dominating at 120 versus Solid's 30. Haru has now got a $110 lead versus Ryuji Makoto's 55. And Mario Party 6 is now taking the lead with 250 versus Mario Party 2's 220.
Oh, I'm honestly surprised 6 caught up. I mean, 6 was actually a pleasant surprise for me because I only just played that game a couple of years ago. I think it was either at a PAX or a MomoCon, and it was a remarkably solid Mario Party.
6 might be what I think is the best Mario Party because it's got a day and night system. You can't beat that.
6 is probably the best on the GameCube. I would still say 2 and 3 are probably better.
And we are about, I think we are about $800-ish away from getting to 7K and unlocking the Donkey Kong Country 2 race between these two fine chaps.
So, what bid wars are ending soon? Because I know we're getting up there.
Okay, well, the Fire Emblem Warriors bid war will end on the end of Monday when Catherine starts Fire Emblem Warriors. So Monday at I think that's around 7 p.m. when it starts. Yeah. And the Castlevania bid war will end after Fire Emblem Warriors finishes at the end of that day.
All right. So by tomorrow night, we'll know what we're playing on Tuesday, essentially.
Yeah, and then the next one doesn't end until Mario All-Stars, which is Thursday. So, yeah, there's still some more time. Yeah, so Monday's when the first bid wars conclude.
Alrighty then. Well, I mean, by all means, folks, just keep the donations coming. Again, if you can't contribute at all, do not feel bad. Just spreading the word does more than enough. You know, we get sometimes you might pull the attention of I don't know, someone with deep pockets, huh?
Mm-hmm. And the donations popped up if you want to refresh and read them.
Okay, allow me. Let's see, real quick refresh here. Oh yeah, a couple. All right, $5 from Matt Snacks. Hey guys, been a fan since seeing Johnny's Sonic 06 review back in 2012. Question for John. I've recently gotten into a Final Fantasy high ever since 7 Remake, and I recently played 10 and 7 for the first time. Loved them. I just bought Final Fantasy 9 and was wondering if it's one of your favorites. Thank you. Much love.
Thank you!
9 is definitely my favorite of Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 9 is one of the best in the series, yes. It is also one of the most user-friendly, which I think it's very approachable. Like, there is a lot to love about Final Fantasy 9. But if one thing I would say now, if you're going to play a version of the game, I would stay away from the original PS1 release. Because if there's one thing that kind of bogs it down, it's the load times for the fights.
Yeah, like there are mods for the PC version to make it look more like the PS1 version, but obviously no load times and all that.
Yeah, just cut out the because you can shorten the battle transitions at the very least, but the game is still kind of slow in a way. So I would definitely recommend trying to mitigate that as much as possible with the PC version.
It's definitely the one that was less traumatically different. You know, it felt like the one that played more like an RPG that we're used to with the standard magic system and equip system and stuff, and, you know, as opposed to the junctioning or the sphere grid or anything like that. Like it definitely felt the most like a typical RPG at the time.
Which was the entire point, because not that because 8 was a great, it was a pretty radical shift. Despite still having the trimmings of a typical Final Fantasy game, but I think it was too much of a dramatic shift for folks, and by 9 is well, 9 was also, I think, like around the middle of development, I think a lot of attention shifted to 10 because they wanted a Final Fantasy for a PS2 launch window, and they said, okay, well, we need another Final Fantasy, I guess, to beat the fiscal year or some other shit. So, but let's play it safe, and in this case, it was all for the better because 9 ended up coming out really well.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just funny because the other, like 8 and 10, I thought were terrific games. I always just felt like they were kind of released out of order. I always thought that 9, with its more typical system, should have been 8. Maybe like 8 should have been 9, or like 10 should have been 9, and 8 should have been 10. That sort of thing.
Interject with something now that we're starting Chapter 3, High Stakes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, by the way, we're playing the video game.
Yeah. This mission is interesting, not for the mission itself, but the cutscene here at the start here actually contains a piece of lost media. The song playing in this CG cutscene is obviously tied to the cutscene. It's a movie file, not in the game. There's no audio file for it in the game because it plays nowhere else, and there's no OST version of this song. So there's no version of this song anywhere without any like sound effects and voice clips over it.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like
until
sounds like some audio engineering to work on.
Next Nintendo leak happens, you mean?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, pretty
knowing
much.
knowing Nintendo, there's probably like somewhere in their archives, but as far as we know right now, there's no clean version of this song.
Well, aren't they still going through some of that info? I mean, it could be in there.
I mean, it could be,
Maybe.
but
yeah,
Because they didn't find any. They didn't find any GameCube information.
not that I
the-
know of. But again, terabytes of data, who knows?
Yeah.
because obviously the music track is separated and it's somewhere in this world.
Yeah, I mean, someone at Nintendo or Amusement Vision / Sega probably has it somewhere,
Yeah.
but
Or the original composer was like, okay, we need it to be authentic. Play the sound effects while I play the music. Like the original, they basically made the music with the sound effects, and then they had to make the video file around the sound effects that were in the song.
yeah, it's just a shame because it's a really good song, but there's no version of it anywhere to listen to.
According to Experiment, who's pretty much the tech guru in this community, we only have around maybe 5% of the estimated data from the leaks.
Wow,
Yeah.
5%, and we've gotten that much already.
I'm only
Yeah.
using 5% of my power.
Damn it, Frieza.
Yeah, but this is where the story mode kind of starts kicking you in the balls.
And there are two other donations.
Oh yeah. I'll get one. What is it? $5 from Godzilla. All right. Who says to Advance 3 just because. What was your favorite charity marathon so far and favorite moment from them? Mine was Nintendo-thon with Banjo Kazooie's and Johnny Goes Insane Sunshine. P.S. Johnny, are you going to be present for the Majora run?
I believe I am a co-con for that. I'll have to check the schedule again because I'm not entirely sure how the rest of my schedule is lining up for this week. I'll have to ask Kevin about that. I wouldn't mind because I love Majora's Mask. But my favorite charity marathon, I mean, besides Subpar Smash Brothers, so what?
Yeah, and favorite moment from them.
Oh, Christ. I really liked Platformania because, well, I'm just a real big thing for platformer, so a whole marathon centered around that I think is just go-to. Again, to reach back, actually, the Nintendo-thon actually was one of my favorites too because we got a lot of variety, and that one's pretty much a preview of what Subpar Smash Bros. Ended up being. And yeah, because of that damn Sunshine run.
Yeah, 100% all night.
To this day, bookstore. I mean, it did its job. It brought attention. It raised money. That's why I don't buy it. But crap.
Yeah, but you know what? Dunking ice cold water on your head also raises attention, and it's probably more pleasurable.
Like the ice bucket challenge. I thought that's what you were.
Yeah.
I mean,
There you go.
it is a really hot summer, so that probably would feel really nice about.
Oh my God, yeah.
True enough.
How about the no ice bucket challenge, where you have to sit near a thing of ice in the hot weather and not touch it?
That would really suck.
So thank you, Godzilla. By the way, Godzilla donated $5. Mothra, are you just going to let that happen and unchallenged?
No, King Kong.
Just saying. Oh, King Kong. That's right. King Kong versus Godzilla. King Kong.
Mothra's Godzilla's girlfriend.
They're frenemies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, you got to show them up. There's one more to know if anybody wants to read that one.
I'll take it. $5 from Ian Bo. How's it going, Ian? Milk. Oh Christ. Milk chocolate, sugar, cocoa butter, chocolate, skim milk. Wait, what?
Referencing our F-Zero.
Those are the ingredients of milk chocolate.
I know it's an old school brace. Milk fat, soy,
Soiling butter fat. The
artificial
Animaniacs.
flavor, peanuts, corn syrup, sugar. God, I was in so much pain when I read that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were. I'm
palm
surprised
oil.
you agreed to do that.
Oh no, because it wasn't that. I'll tell you when it was at its worst after I finished this. Lactose, salt, egg whites, Talia, artificial flavor, put to lost levels. That's the final ingredient.
Yeah.
I like the Talia Al Ghul as one of the ingredients.
That is a deep cut brain scratch reference. That's like one of our first commentaries we did.
Yeah.
No, I think after the first year we did FCOGX. And around that time, because this is around 2009, beginning of 2010, that was when I was going through my agonizing gallbladder pain before I had it surgically removed. And I was on a lot of painkillers the time we were doing that commentary because I was droning my speech a bit. The absolute worst that it was, and you can probably hear it during the silver playthrough of the Sonic 06 commentary. That's way back. Towards the end of that run, I was at my worst in terms of pain. You can probably hear it in my voice. And at some point, I just dropped out because I can't do this anymore. And after that is when I got the surgery. And whoosh, Christ. And then I think after that is when I had the possum encounter in Portal.
I thought you had possum for dinner afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why your gallbladder on the verge of rupture. You got to stop beating that possum.
All right, so now I
wonder if it was the possum. Was it the possum who did it the whole time? What if it was its fault?
All right, so now we're in the middle stages of the story mode, which are the kind of gimmick ones where you're not really racing, you're kind of doing other things.
Flying through rings?
No. This one, we kind of need to kill everyone.
We're the good guys.
Yes, we are, because we're Captain Falcon.
Kind of need to kill everyone.
Patron saint of Church of Latter-day Brawlers.
And there are a couple more donations came out.
Awesome. All right.
We got $10 from Brisbane Valcazar. It says, good morning, Charity Room folks. I wanted to add some to the Mario Party 6 bid war and also comment this bird-themed captain's armor makes very little practical sense.
Bird up.
Bird up!
I heard bird, so.
But thank you, Brisbane. Brisbane, isn't that a place?
Yes. It's in Australia.
Australia, thank you.
$5 from is that Ted? Is that Ted Wiesen?
I think in Germany it's Wiesen.
Since F-Zero GX came out in 2003, we've had 3 Nintendo consoles, 4 U.S. presidential elections,
shut up.
12 Mario Party games, 8 Olympic games, the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, all 9 Professor Layton games, every Kingdom Hearts game from 2 to 3, 4 Smash Bros. Games, and 19 Kirby games. Love you, Ryan. Lesser than 3, Ted. Look forward to saving the princess in DQ1, please.
And one more.
All right, and $5 from Master XX. That's how we're going. Hey, it's me, XXS of the Subshack here, and I wanted to say hi. I also wanted to ask everyone in the stream, what is everyone's thoughts on Avatar: The Last Airbender?
One of the best animated series ever.
Oh
made.
boy!
Put my money towards Prime 2 as Johnny lost to Kirby Rings.
I am going through it again right now. I am halfway through season 2, and during the second watch through, you are reminded how amazing that show is. It really is just a remarkable piece of media.
Not only is it so fantastic, it's infinitely rewatchable. Like, you can watch it so many times and never get bored with it.
Yeah, I watch it. I started watching it again, and I started thinking about all of the fun, great moments that I'm gonna get to. Right, like you start thinking about, oh man, I can't wait for us to get to this character or this fight and everything. And a lot of the time, with shows and especially with games, that leads to a sort of drag, where the beginning part is like, oh, I got to get through this part in order to get to the parts that I like and remember. But as you're doing that with the show, you're remembering, oh my God, but this episode was so funny. This fight scene was so great. Like, I'm thinking far ahead and I'm skipping all of the amazing moments that lead up to it.
I am on the verge of watching the show for myself, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Just hurry up and do it, because it is really a good show, and I need to talk about it some more.
I mean, you have me and Matt.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you
have to hurry before Matt shows up and tries to just shove it down your throat.
I'm too young to die. I'm not, but I still don't want to.
I love the idea that Falcon just cruises around in the Blue Falcon.
Yeah, like that's his daily driver.
Yeah, it's like no, dude, that's your fucking super fast race car.
Yeah, like that's his daily. Like he should have like a
no, he has
like a Toyota at home. You know, like
he has the Falcon Flyer, that thing you're on Big Blue and Smash Brothers, which is supposed to be his normal ship that he flies around like doing bounty hunting and stuff.
It's so much bigger.
But you never see it in this game. It's really weird.
Hold on, I'm sorry. The Bagel 07 in chat said, did someone say Azula and Matt bust through the walls? 100%.
Azula / Grey Delisle.
We love you, Matt.
But
hold on, I'm sorry. Adebayo Thompson donates $5 and says, "Hey guys, just wanted to put $5 to the Kirby plush raffle, and this is my first time donating, and I just wanted to ask Johnny if he would ever do a Fatal Fury or King of Fighters series review like you did for Street Fighter series. Also, are you planning on doing round 2 for Street Fighter 5?"
Someone asked me that yesterday, and the round 2 for Street Fighter 5 specifically, and I asked, I don't remember the answer I got, but is Street Fighter 5 done? Like, did it get all the DLC?
No, there's one more character still coming.
Still one more character. Okay, I'm gonna wait until it's done before I do another round 2 because Christ.
I mean, that's fighting games nowadays. They're kind of.
Oh, that's Capcom.
Well, no, I mean Tekken does the same thing. Crap. I hate this mission because you need to be overly precise.
And that's every character for Street Fighter 5. Introducing, oh, son of a bitch.
Season 5.
Son of a bitch.
I like the really stupid attention to detail in this mission where it's Captain Falcon and Jody because they're both crammed into the Blue Falcon. In the profile.
To answer the other part of the question, the Fatal Fury King of Fighter series, I would love to do a retrospective on, but I will not do those before Mortal Kombat because the next one I was going to do before that.
Would you combine Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, or would you do them as separate?
It would kind of, I would have to do Fatal Fury first to lead into King of Fighters.
Yeah, because King of Fighters includes a couple of different franchises, so
yeah.
it's
like, yeah, because that's the thing that I didn't really get at first.
It's the SNK Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of a lot of SNK series. So that's I feel that setting the foundation for that with at least Fatal Fury, because what else is in King of Fighters?
Art of Fighting.
Art of Fighting.
Was Samurai Showdown part of it too?
No.
I think
the
crap. Yeah,
Athena's in it from SNK.
Yeah, God. Akari Warriors.
Yeah, the Akari Warriors are in it.
Ralph and Clark were the Akari Warriors.
I think one of the Metal Slug characters was in there at least once.
You're gonna get you guys are gonna get a preview of it, I guess, in some capacity with the PS2 video because I have a section dedicated to fighters. Because I played a lot of fighters on the PS2, and one of my favorites is Capcom vs SNK 2.
DD Dorset says a few Sam Show characters appeared in King of Fighters. Who?
Probably
in some of the later ones.
Nakaruru. Probably
in some of the later ones. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of the earlier ones. So Nakaruru and was in 14. Yeah, Hamaru. Hamaru was not in 98.
No, I'm saying in general.
Okay, yeah. So was somebody saying it is in 98, but no. There weren't any Sam Show characters back then.
I hate this.
I would think Sam Show would show up more in Last Blade than in King of Fighters.
I mean, at least we got Homeru in Soul Calibur 6 as a guest character.
Shade confused Fatal Frame.
Wait, now we need fan art of Terry Bogard with a camera.
He's exercising the evil spirit. He's exercising the evil spirit from Geese or something.
Just seems like a spirit. Are you okay?
Just the ghost of Geese Howard.
And he's still falling.
Yeah.
Hey guys, loving the stream so far. Always glad to help out and donate to help the cause. Johnny, Ryan, and Greg, glad to see you're doing well despite the pandemic. Quick question for the group: any specific fighter or fighters you want for the second Fighters Pass? All right, what's the tally?
First of all, hold on. First of all, bold of you to assume I'm doing well during the pandemic.
I can't say it enough. I don't care. Like who? Like if there's any character, Shantae. But I'm not banking on that, and I do not care if she makes it. Like,
I mean, if John's gonna say that, I have a list.
Right. Now, to be clear, these are people not that you think are going to get in, but people that you want in there.
Okay, so Shantae's the big one, obviously. Shantae, Travis Touchdown, Crash Bandicoot, Doom Guy, and Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear.
Not bad.
Yeah, or also known as Freddie Mercury.
I know the name. Like someone was like,
yeah, he really goes by
a very last minute name. We need.
It does feel like, what the hell do we name him? Let's name him Saul. We need to name him something that makes him feel like the bad guy. So name him Saul Bad Guy. What the hell do I care?
You actually named him Saul Bad Guy.
But yeah, I mean, his real name is Freddie Mercury's name, so he's Frederick Mercury.
Who do I want? Master Chief,
Master Chief would be cool.
and Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins is always my big pick.
Well, this gimmick be dies easily.
Yeah, dies into this no matter what.
No, when you like he obviously all of his attacks would be based on the different weapons that he's picked up throughout the franchise. When he reaches 100%, his armor breaks off, but he still fights the same. And his final smash is the gold dragon attack from with the gold armor, one of the gold armor attacks from Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
I like the dragon fire or some other shit.
Yeah. Like the dragon comes out and runs around the stage and causes a big giant nuisance.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, because I think Arthur would be better suited for Smash than he was in
Marvel
vs. Capcom 3. I think he was in. Playable. Okay. Technically, he wasn't assist in the original Marvel vs. Capcom. I think he just threw lances, and then he just hopped off.
Yeah, in Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Yeah, he threw lances and left.
I was like having a bit of a Marvel vs. Capcom retrospective over the past few years, just looking up random arcade run-throughs of X-Men: Children of the Atom and Marvel superheroes.
Marvel superheroes. God, I love that game. I played the hell out of that.
No, the one I played the most was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 coming really close.
I know, Black Shadow, you have Captain Falcon at your mercy. Are you going to do anything about it?
He starts monologuing.
I'm just going to clone you on the spot. You can do that? Sure, I can.
Well,
bye.
Yeah, Blood Falcon's not very well explained. It's technically is a result of something that happened in X, but yeah. Also, you guys ever see the movie Speed?
Yeah. X-Men, welcome to die.
Yeah. I watched this movie where these guys were on a bus and they had to keep their speed down to a certain amount or else the speed will explode. I think it was called
the bus that wouldn't slow down. This is just like Speed 2 except with a bus instead of a boat. Freaking Millhouse.
What?
No, the Millhouse quote.
Yeah, I know that was.
It's still got to be the dumbest concept for Speed 2.
Well, like, Speed 2, yeah, it's like Speed 1's fine in concept. It's just there's no reason it needs a sequel.
It's not even that it doesn't need a sequel. It's just that's what you went with. Like, we joke about the Saul bad guy thing, and it's like there was a boardroom meeting somewhere where somebody said, "Hey, I've got millions of dollars. Let's make Speed 2. All right, what are we gonna do different? Okay, hear me out here.
It's the same thing, but with a boat."
Like, all right, any better ideas?
No.
Sorry, that's Titanic. What?
Like, it could have been race cars. It could have been a bomb on a specific race car, but they don't know which race car it is, so they have to keep the race going. Okay. And then every time there's a crash, you don't know if it's going to blow up the stadium or something like.
Don't spoil Fast and Furious 10.
No, Fast and Furious 10 is when they have to go to space. It's the rule of 10.
Yeah, they have to go to space, and at least one of the astronauts is a drug dealer.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Or as Ben Affleck asked Michael Bay, wouldn't it be easier to train the astronauts to mine than miners to be astronauts? Shut up.
He told me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, this gimmick race is you can't drop below a certain speed, and it's a very long course.
That's got a couple of recommendations. $10 from Marco Vargas. Marco's Base 96. Hello, winner. Happy to see the charity stream going strong this year. Hope you all have a good one. You should be all proud of your work. Please put this towards Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. Okay. You got the next one, Uncle?
Graham donates $10 and says, "This is probably my last donation for the marathon. Put in for 2 entries for the daily raffle. Question: have any of you played the Takara fighting games for Game Boy? Games like KOF 95, Battle Arena Toshinden, Real Bout, Fate of Fury, etc."
The only handheld fighter I played was when my grandparents got me a Neo Geo Pocket Color, thinking it was the next Game Boy, and I had the King of Fighter for that.
Yes, that's a great game, though.
Yeah. I played Iori and Mai.
I played King of Fighters 95 on Game Boy. I don't think I ever played Toshinden. I've got to be honest with you, I'm not even sure I remember that Toshinden was even there. And was Real Bout on Game Boy?
On a game. I never heard it. I didn't even know any of these games had Game Boy ports.
Real Bout.
Yeah, because I personally never played any of these games on the Game Boy. Like I played I played a demo of King of Fighters 95 on PlayStation, and I played Battle Arena Toshin in the second game.
Wow, there really. I'm sorry, there really was a Real Bout special for Game Boy. I don't think it was it. Oh, it wasn't US. Okay,
oh, it was
Japan only.
Okay.
All right, I know a game that I got to order. Because Real Bout special, probably one of the best of the older Fatal Fury series fighting games. Absolutely.
We got $5 from JD1456. John, I was curious, do you have any plans to cover any more DBZ games, i.e. Fighter Z or Xenoverse? Put this 5 to Johnny's choice. Fighter Z, I'm waiting until it's done.
Yeah, I mean, you could do Legacy of Goku games.
Yeah, there's the Legacy. I mean, those are RPGs though. So
yeah, I mean, they're pathetically easy ones though.
Yeah, I was thinking of we're going back to the retrospective stuff with Street Fighter and all that. I wouldn't mind doing like a compilation video of like all the past DBZ games before Budokai, before it got good.
Butoden and stuff.
They're so bad.
A couple of the Super
Super
Nintendo ones are all right.
Yeah, Hyper Dimension on the Super Famicom was good for what it was. Shin Budoden on the Saturn was kind of awesome. Had a very, very cool graphics sort of gimmick where when you go further away, it goes to like a sort of split screen.
I hate that.
Here we go with Mission 7, the hardest mission in the game.
I love that. It did this. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so this is the actual F-Zero Grand Prix where you have 29 other racers all out to kill you. This is also the only time you actually see Dr. Stewart and Pico, even though they're on the cover of the box.
Sad that they didn't put a Sega logo on the side of Pico's car.
Yeah, that'd be funny, but thankfully we don't have to go through all 30 racers.
So apparently this is, I mean, Chapter 7 is not only considered to be the hard chapter in the game, but it's also like just near impossible and very hard.
I mean, I've done it, but it's absurdly hard, but yes.
What difficulty are you playing for?
Normal.
Normal? Okay.
I'm not tearing my hair out. You'd be here all day if I had to do very hard. So basically how this mission works is Black Shadow and Blood Falcon are basically out to kill you, and they'll always kind of be the first and second, but you cannot kill them. They have basically unlimited health. You can kill the other racers to clear things up a little bit, but you cannot kill them. So it's a very difficult race.
Sounds like a job for the Pro Action Replay.
No, the thing is, there's a failsafe. If you do somehow manage to knock, say, Blood Falcon or Black Shadow or a character in the next mission off the track, they'll respawn about 30 seconds later.
Oh.
Johnny, you have $5. Needs to go somewhere.
Oh, that's right. $5.
So we might be here a while, but thankfully it's only been about 40 minutes since we started, and I have 2 hours.
Put it towards
What? So 30. This is 30 racers. Is that what it is?
Yes, 30 racers.
It's almost like it's a good idea for a
Online,
F-Zero
right?
Battle Royale game.
Or just make F-Zero online.
I mean,
Miyamoto,
wow.
we can't come up with anything new. Make it online, you dingus. You haven't done that yet.
It's the world of play.
Also, here's our 8th Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to know? Do
Nine.
you want to know how to make F-Zero new? Make a game just like this. Put in the track editor from X of disk drive in Japan, and make it online. Boom, you're done. You have a great game.
Listen.
Also, considering they also put out Fast Racing League, I'm pretty sure We Don't Have Any Good Ideas isn't the actual it's not the actual.
No,
reason.
it's because Miyamoto wants another gimmicky controller, and no one will call him out for it.
Listen, everybody's all hyped up about F-Zero, but when G-Zero comes out, you all are going to be pooping your pants.
No, G-Zero's in Star Fox Command.
Oh, that sucks.
that alternate ending, that's really
I thought I had
stupid.
something there. But, no, the thing is that I look at this game, because this is the final F-Zero, right?
No, the final F-Zero game was a Japan-only Game Boy Advance game, the second one based off of the anime.
Okay. but like the last console.
Yes,
like,
the last one released in America.
Yeah. Because I know F-Zero fans have nothing but praise for this game because it is like just a really, really good fast racer.
Yes,
And it's all they got.
Yeah.
I mean it doesn't need to be more than that.
Yeah.
The thing is though is that I think what scares them the most, and not just talking about those that not like friends picking up like Miyamoto and what he thinks, is that I don't think they want to make a game that's so limited in appeal though. Because one thing,
look, they make freaking Fire Emblem, which is a tactical RPG.
Yeah, I know, but it's also not, from what I understand, like no Fire Emblem game past the like original ones, like the Super Nintendo era, are not as ball-bustingly hard as F-Zero GX. That's the one thing I always hear about F-Zero GX.
The F-Zero GX story mode is hard. The Grand Prix are totally fine.
Yeah.
So
It's racist.
I think
it's like, okay, if you're worried about the difficulty, then just make it easier.
Yeah. I think they're afraid of the limited appeal. Not that I'm saying that they're right.
No, it's more GX didn't do super well because it was on the GameCube, and the last game, which was again that second one based on the anime in Japan, only sold about 10,000 copies.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, the numbers weren't good, but you were also releasing games either just in Japan or on your least selling consoles. There was no F-Zero game on the Wii. There was no F-Zero game on the Switch yet. It's like, if you put it on a good selling console, it'll probably do better.
FDM is pretty much nails on what I'm thinking of. I think what Johnny's trying to say is that Nintendo's trying to cater over casual fan base too, which F-Zero lacks, which I have to agree. I don't think F-Zero has a casual fan base.
Well, because you haven't released a game in 17 years.
And that's part of the problem.
And I understand that argument. Like, don't get me wrong. I completely understand.
I mean, there's an easy fix for this. There's a very easy fix for this, which is realistically, because that's an old argument to me. That's an old argument that they don't want to make put a lot of resources into a game that is niche, to small fan base at best. And the simple solution is just to license the IP out to an indie developer.
Yeah, to a smaller developer. It's like you have Sheenan Multimedia who made Fast Racing Neo, which is basically just F-Zero.
Yeah,
just do that.
You slap an F-Zero. Look at Starlink. You slap a Star Fox coat of paint on it, and all of a sudden you've got people who would never play it. They're out there buying the toys. They're playing the game. Some people actually said that it's the best Star Fox game to come out in a while.
Since 64, yeah.
So you take your IP for these franchises that maybe they're not going to sell very well, and you tell an indie dev, listen, go ahead, take the Star Fox IP, make your game around it, and let's see what you got. And I agree
that in order to develop a fan base, you actually have to release game.
Yeah.
And I understand that because another thing that Chat's bringing up is that I'm pretty sure there are a lot of folks who are a fan of Captain Falcon just from Smash.
Yeah.
And they are interested in their origins, but it's like, it seems like they stopped making games.
Yeah.
It's 2003. So like, what's that about?
I'm reminded of everything that Scott talked about in his Chibi Robo video, because it's like, that's pretty much exactly what happened with that too. It's like they would either release the game very poorly in a way that it makes sense why it wasn't a success, or they just don't release it in America, so it can't even become a success. Or they make
for them to release a game that sells 1 million copies is horrible for Nintendo. For them to license the IP to somebody else, and for that indie dev to sell 1 million copies would be remarkable for everybody.
Not even 1 million, just like even 500,000 would be more than enough to make up for it. It's you're a racing game. You're not a big sprawling RPG with tons of locations and all this other crap. It's like they're not complicated games to make.
Yeah.
I just can't quite understand like the hesitancy, because you're still more than willing to put Captain Falcon.
I hate to be that guy, but part of me is just still that nagging feeling of Sega/Amusement Visions made clearly the best F-Zero game, and part of me still thinks that they're a little bit bitter over that.
I like to think it's not for something that petty, but
I think that's at least a little bit part of it.
Retro Studios made some of the best Metroid games.
Yeah, but they don't care about Metroid because it doesn't sell in Japan.
But that's feeding into his point, though. I mean, that Yeah, I've heard.
No. But what I'm saying is that Retro Studios made some of the best Metroid games, but nobody forgets that Metroid is a Nintendo product. You know, it's just.
I think the difference is Retro is pretty much like people look at Retro and they think, oh, Retro is just an extension of Nintendo, whereas Sega and Nintendo are obviously the two separate coins. So it's that sense of, oh, well, when people think of F-Zero GX, they're going to think of Sega.
Yeah,
like,
more people
more
know that this was made by Sega and Amusement Visions, not Nintendo.
I guess I was doing more research on it because at a glance, if I see F-Zero GX, I just think, oh, like the Nintendo product.
Yeah, exactly. If you made an F-Zero game for PlayStation, my thought wouldn't be, oh, it's a PlayStation game. My thought would be, what the hell is a Nintendo game doing here?
Yeah.
I think that F-Zero is solidly a Nintendo brand, no matter who tries to make one.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing there.
Yeah, you know when what was it? Cadence of Hyrule. Nobody thought, oh my God, they sold the Zelda franchise. Like it was a Nintendo.
That's a different situation altogether, I feel.
It's funny though, because that's sort of what I'm talking about. If you wanted to do something different with the Zelda franchise, if Nintendo did it, people would be all up in arms. So, which nobody's really up in arms. But you licensed it out to somebody else, and nobody's playing arms. Yeah. You licensed it out to somebody else, and nobody forgot that it's a Nintendo franchise, but people were much more receiving of it. They were more welcome to receive it because it was like, oh, it's a wild concept, but it's an indie game.
Yeah.
Made handled by a different developer, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a good idea for them.
But
for a lot of their IPs.
Zelda's case, they still get games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if they were to make an F-Zero game, but it's like a completely different genre, everyone would be really pissed off because it's like, just make a racer.
Yeah. F-Zero got its Federation Force, basically.
Yeah.
or Ziplash.
Yeah. Oh, we got a couple more donations though, so we refresh the page here. We got a couple.
Yeah.
All right, $25 from EV. With Tekken 7 getting a 4th season of DLC and each season having a guest character, who would you guys like to see a season 4 guest character?
Everyone keeps wanting Kiryu Kazuma from Yakuza.
Yakuza?
Yeah.
He would he would fit in really well. So
seemed like a nice fit. Yeah.
Is the bear still around? Put the bear in there.
The bears are in there.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
All right.
But it's like you put in Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 and Negan from Walking Dead. It's like don't put in Kiryu Kazuma, the guy who would fit way better.
I like how you had to pause for a second there because I think for a second you were going to say Negan from
Tekken 7. Yes. To be fair, I watch a lot more Tekken 7 than I do Walking Dead. So I do actually know Negan more from Tekken 7 than Walking Dead.
You mean like Terminator from the famous Mortal Kombat franchise?
Well, no, you have Terminator and RoboCop in that game, so we have the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Every single Power Ranger. This is the Ultimate Showdown.
Ultimate Destiny.
Go Terminator. Sorry.
$10 from Tsubaki Paradox. Put this towards the Kirby Plus raffle, please. So, question for Ryan. I just bought Golden Sun Dark Dawn on DS. Do you know if it's good? Somehow my DS and 3DS games that I all have are RPGs. Funny how that works out when building up the game library. So he's asking you if Golden Sun Dark Age on DS is any good.
It is a good, if kind of basic RPG. The Golden Sun games on GBA are effectively one game split into two due to size and scope limitations. So Golden Sun 1/2 on GBA are very ambitious games. The DS version is kind of just like if you made a weird epilogue game that has a lot of just padding in it. It's fine, but it's nothing remarkable.
Golden Sun: The After Years?
Not quite that bad, but
man, I wanted to like that game more. Like I really wanted to like it.
It's Golden Sun on DS is a perfectly fine game, but it clearly lacked the ambition the GBA games had.
Poor After Years.
Yeah,
good.
I wanted to like that game more, but it is so forgettable and bloated. Like,
it's just unnecessary. Like 4 ended so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for continuing a story, like, and I don't know, maybe if it's Elseworld or like following up on the kids, but it's like it's only Cecil's kid.
Yeah, like
And maybe
honestly, I would have taken a side game about Edge and Rydia and their romance. You could have made just that as a game, and I would have been fine.
I guess so.
Do we have any other donations?
Yeah, we do
Oh, yeah.
actually. You want to take the next one?
What are we on? That was Subaki, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we got $10 from Jacob Young. Hey, here's a little something to help. My question: we haven't seen that many Smash clones from other companies. I mean, Sony certainly tried, but what companies would you all like to see tried and make their own Smash clones and do something with their IPs? I'd love to see Sega. Yeah, I'd love to see Sega do one, since they've taken the Sega All Stars out of the racing games.
Sega's probably the obvious choice. I don't think anybody would disagree to that. And I mean, here's the thing: I certainly wouldn't mind Sony to make another attempt.
They need
It's
to
just
change
that-
a lot of things.
Yeah, I just make it Smash Brothers. Like, I don't think anybody would care. Just make it.
It's like everyone would be fine if you just made Smash Brothers, but with Sony.
Yeah. What's on your-
I'd honestly, I wouldn't mind an indie driven Smash Brothers style game.
You mean that's not already like a Newgrounds Flash game or something like that?
Yeah, something professionally made.
You mean kind of like Brawlhalla, but with nothing but indie characters?
Yeah, with nothing but because we always, there's always that question of, when you talk about the Shantaes and the Hollow Knights and all of these characters, will they make it into the juggernaut that is Smash Brothers? And it's like, well, what if you just did an indie fighting game that reached out to a lot of different IPs and said, okay, hey, why don't we put your character it's super power battle friends. What the hell is that game called? Super battle power friends or something. There's some sort of like a brawl fighter type game. Super powered battle friends, I think it was called.
Some folks in the chat are also mentioning Rivals of Aether.
That's another one, but I mean, just to get onto it a little bit, there are really only 3 that I feel that have any sort of chance of getting into Smash Brothers, and it's Shantae, Shovel Knight, and the Knight from Hollow Knight. I think those are the only 3 that have any sort of realistic shot of getting into Smash Brothers.
Somebody said Rivals of Aether. Somebody said Bounty Battle has indie characters. That sounds like a paper towel fighting game.
And Indie Pogo. I never heard of that one. I thought that was like a streaming service similar to it. I don't know why.
No,
I think you're thinking of Indiegogo.
Yeah, okay.
Indie Pogo is a lot like Indiegogo, only after you donate with your money, they bounce.
Yeah.
All right. Any others? Or?
Yeah, $10 from Sir GG. Hey guys, hope you're doing okay. Looking at this game makes me sad Nintendo still does not want to resurrect this series. F-Zero on SNES was one of my very first video games I played. Also, fun fact, F-Zero GX was the first brain scratch commentary I watched. Please put this $10 towards Lost Levels. Love you all. Go Ryan.
You say go me, but then donate to Lost Levels.
Lost Levels.
I'll do it.
We got $5 from Ryan, Dark Claw 643. Hey guys, put this to Metroid Prime 3. I feel that's the most underrated Metroid game. 2 questions. 1, would you play a F-Zero spin-off character action game where you play as Falcon and he has over-the-top attacks like Asura's Wrath, where you can do the anime version of the Falcon Punch all the time?
I mean, I would just make Captain Falcon God-Hand, and I'd be fine with that.
Okay. And 2, for Johnny, you ever plan on re-reviewing some of the older Metroid games like Prime 1 and 2?
Next year for Metroid's, I believe, 35th anniversary.
Something like that. 86, yeah.
Yeah. So, God damn.
Jesus.
I know, right? I
Good
am
Lord.
on next year. I am doing 2 marathons to celebrate anniversaries. I'm doing Metroid to celebrate 25th, and I'm doing Sonic to celebrate 50th. So, yeah, 2021 is gonna be pretty stoked, assuming we don't die at the end of this year.
Well, I mean, you can get to work on it now. We're stuck in the house. What do we got here? $25 from Bob Blob. It says, hey guys, I'm finally able to catch one of these and actually have some money to donate. For my first time, I got nothing really clever to ask. So what's more likely to come first? a Batman Beyond Arkham-style game or a new F-Zero GX remaster, put this towards the Switch raffle.
I would say a Batman Beyond Arkham game, which is more likely than another F-Zero game at this
We
point.
still don't know what the hell WB Montreal is working on
Nope.
in terms of Batman games.
Well, they kept teasing Court of Owls and then just went radio silence.
Silent,
So
yeah.
what is it?
So the Batman game is likely to happen. Well, Batman Beyond specifically is still likely before a F-Zero GX remaster or reruns some capacity. That's why I would not mind a Batman Beyond game, because Batman Beyond is amazing.
Yeah. God, I love that show.
It is
That's probably season 1 of that show is probably one of the single best seasons of a TV show ever.
Like period, like cartoon or otherwise.
Yeah, cartoon, TV, ever, and like just the amount of things that it adds to the franchise, while at the same time calling back to some of the most memorable moments from one of the greatest cartoons of all time, which is Batman the Animated Series. It just, I can't gush enough about how remarkable season 1 of Batman Beyond was. Damn, it's so good.
It just got a Blu-ray release, right?
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Last year, which I for some reason have not picked up yet.
The only thing we're waiting on for a full Blu-ray set is Superman the Animated Series, and then everything will be on its kind of more native.
That was one I was really on and off with. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's one of the weaker DCAU aspects. It's
Superman.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's about on par with Static Shock, but at least it's not Project Zeta.
I love Justice League Unlimited, but Superman the Animated Series, I just was like, I mean, I love the crossover with Batman. World's Finest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a really good show.
Batman is missing. We need you to pose as him for a while. Clark is Batman and just like freaking the fuck out because he can't hurt him.
How amazing! Like how amazing would that have added to the in series Batman mythos for people to have left that and say, "Oh my God, Batman took like a direct punch from Bane." Like the word of mouth, Batman's gonna come back and the like all crime's gonna be done. Like everybody's gonna be too afraid to commit crimes, and Batman's like, "What the hell did I do?"
To be a smidge fair, they kind of do that a little bit in the comics sometimes, where, like I remember, like not a somewhat recent comic where it's like, it was Justice League, and it's like even we have slow days, and it's just like 2 guys running from a convenience store, and it's like the main 7 Justice League members are like, really?
Now what you need is Batman somehow masking as Superman, and then just have a joke where people are like, "Wow, you're much smarter than usual, Superman." Usually you just punch everybody to death. By the way, Blue Dino in chat says that Mr. Freeze episode for Batman Beyond. Oh my God!
Oh, that is great.
What I was that? I remember hearing that one of those episodes was nominated for an Emmy, and I don't know if that
Heart of Ice was, I believe.
Heart of Ice. I think that's it. That's the episode.
That was Batman
Heart of
Animated
Ice
Series.
is Batman the Animated Series.
Oh no, that was the animated. Okay, so yeah, I could have sworn there was a Batman Beyond episode, but yeah.
I mean, I'm sure one of them was just because of the quality of the show, but
jeez, good stuff.
Yeah, you should watch already.
Ace Chives with $5 says, "I'm just waiting for the sequel F1. Happy gaming and put this towards Super Castlevania 4." And John, you can read the next one.
Oh, sure. Actually, to elaborate on something, Batman Beyond was nominated for a Daytime Emmy 4 times.
Okay.
Doesn't say which sequel, which one exactly. Oh, for Outstanding Special Class Animated Program and Outstanding Music Direction and Composition. So not specifically for an episode, but just for the entirety of it.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see. $25 from Chaos Chow. Hi, Johnny. I humbly disagree with your sentiment about the current state of F-Zero. You brought up the Fire Emblem example, but around the time of Awakening, the series was on its last legs. It was getting very niche and falling out of favor even in Japan. It was niche already in the West. At the time, Advance Wars was more popular in the West. With Awakening being the series' last chance, otherwise intelligence systems. With Awakening being the series' last chance, otherwise intelligence systems could have shelved it for a while, and we know how that turned out. I don't play Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem basically completely revitalized the franchise by selling extremely well.
Awakening was like wasn't Awakening.
Another more recent example would be the Persona series. It didn't really start increasing in relevance in the West until post Sega Bio Atlas and Persona 4 Arena and Golden, then it absolutely blew up in popularity with Persona 5. I thought it started with 3. That's what I heard.
3 started selling better. Persona didn't start getting popular until the internet kind of ran with 4, and then 5 really did well.
Niche doesn't have to do with it. Doesn't have to do with it. It's just more we aren't taking the risk, it's just more that they aren't taking the risk, and I agree. I mean, we've already talked about this.
Yeah.
With how well the Switch is doing, it would be perfect time to take that risk. Go ahead and put all this towards the Kirby plush raffle. Have fun today, folks. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I was just bringing it up for the sake of argument. It's not. I was trying to see it from a different point of view. I'm not saying that's my point of view. I'm trying to understand their point of view.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is to try and understand. When they sit in the boardroom, what
the board
reasonings are they using?
Yeah,
and that's what they'll use.
I don't really have a stance on this because I'm not an F-Zero fan. I never was because it's just not my cup of tea personally, and I don't really play Fire Emblem. But I'm trying to, for the sake of argument, for a discussion, I try to look at how a company would see it. Just for the sake of hearing the discussions and counterpoints.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I was talking about before. Where yes, a company is going to say, "We're not going to put all these resources into a game that isn't going to sell well." So financially, it would actually make more sense for them to reach out to an indie developer and say, "Listen, we want you to make this. Use your resources. We will provide some resources as we can." If you're absolutely in need of them, but for the most part, we want to license out this IP to you for a minimal cost, and there's an outlet for them to take some of these franchises that might be seen as niche or might be seen as a risk for them, and get the names of those franchises out there.
Regardless, the worst thing that they could be doing is what they're doing for a lot of these franchises, and is doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like that to me is worse. That to me is way worse for you to say, hey, you've got these names that people know that when they scroll down the eShop, they're going to say, whoa, I didn't know there was one of these.
Where is everything?
Yeah.
Well, yes, where is everything? But
and that's the problem is that they have an outlet to do it. Like I said, those were valid arguments 20 years ago when there wasn't an indie scene
or internet
move
to do
some of these
for you.
Yeah, exactly. They talk about advertising. It's like, well, you don't have to make money. You don't have to spend any money on advertising.
How about a
direct? How about a direct? And people, word of mouth from directs is like, that's like the Star Wars Bob and Spynet. Sorry, deep cut.
Yeah. So again, I'm not saying that that's my viewpoint. I'm saying that that's how I think companies look at it. And again, for the sake of having a better discussion about it, it's important to consider that, because anybody can just sit down and say, they just don't fucking care. It's like,
that's also part of it. But
that's also part of it, but that shouldn't be the entire thing.
Yeah.
Take that minute to get the full context and maybe look at all the branching pathways before you reach that center.
Regardless, do we have any more donations as we've been over this in circles for a bit?
Circles. $5 from Master XXS. Just a fun fact: Captain Falcon's real name is Douglas, and
Douglas J. Falcon.
And he's voiced by Vegeta in Smash. Well, a Japanese voice actor.
Yeah, Ryo Harikawa.
Yeah, he's been doing that since the original, right?
Well, because they only did one session with him back in the N64, and they've been using his voice clip since.
That's right. But they did get him back for the ARMS trailer.
The slurping, yes.
For the slurping.
Yeah, it's like you're going to be voicing Captain Falcon again. Cool, what am I doing? Slurping noodles. What?
I'm already there. Also put this towards the Kirby plush.
Blue Dino donates $5, says, call me a bit of an optimist, but I still feel F-Zero might have a chance on the Switch just because Mario Kart was done so early that there's no competition excuse. Anyway, put this towards Sonic Advance 2.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought too, where it's like Mario Kart 8 was done so early and that game's going to keep selling regardless. There's no reason for them to make a 9 right now.
Yeah, I don't see them making a 9.
So they could use that time to actually make an F-Zero because the team's not doing anything else, so...
Plus, they play different. They're different kinds of games.
Yeah.
Then this is me being the pessimist. I figure if they were going to do that, I think they would have made an F-Zero game long ago. If they were going to do it between Mario Karts. because what was the gap between Mario Kart Wii and 8?
Not too long.
Mario Kart Wii, yeah, it was considerable. So I think
there was one in the middle, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was the 3DS game, I believe.
seven.
Yeah, so you would have to say from 7 to 8, technically.
Right. Okay, I was thinking strictly.
I always forget that too. I always forget that the Wii game is 6.
Because you didn't start numbering them until 7.
Yeah. The difference is there were 2 separate devices for Nintendo to develop for. So the proverbial Mario Kart 9, quote unquote, would have been for the 3DS 2 or whatever it is until they went to the hybrid idea.
4DS,
I guess.
I don't know. I'm sad we missed out on the 1DS.
It's got to be incredibly depressing, like as a fan of this series, to see it on hiatus for so long. Like without ever like getting confirmation that the series is done. Because they haven't said that at all.
And it's good.
Yeah,
like that's what blows my mind.
It's like it'd be one thing if the series was just it constantly got bad reviews and people just didn't care.
Yeah.
It's like the games are well regarded for the most part.
Yeah, like if GX sucked, it would make total sense. Like, okay, they're gun shy about making another one of these, but it was good. What's the problem? I don't know. We'll never know. I guess we'll never know unless that information is in the leak somewhere.
Here a second, John. Now you know what it's like to be an SSP fan until that direct.
The difference is you knew a game was coming regardless.
It's not quite the same, but I'm also a Metroid fan, and those are certainly not yearly releases.
Yeah.
Because Super Metroid was 94. And
Prime was 2002.
And Prime and Fusion was 2001, 2002.
I thought it was 2001.
No, it was 2002. 2001 was when the GameCube came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
2002 is when it came out. That was a considerable gap. And then afterwards, it got a little more consistent, sure. But after Prime 3, we got Other M, which was like 2 years later, and that killed the franchise for a while. And then it wasn't until
Federation Force,
and
which just the announcement of that game put a sour taste in everybody's mouth.
Yeah, and that pretty much put the series on hiatus for like 6-7 years. I know, waiting, but it's like
I've done my waiting. 12 years of it in the Metroid fandom.
Like I get it, but it's
sorry to get things so serious.
It doesn't compare. Like I think. As far as first-party Nintendo franchise, well, besides Mother Game, F-Zero probably has it the worst, unless you're a fan of Rob.
SGM, I already know the weight. Me as a Phantasy Star fan. Listen, SGM, get back in your box with the rest of the Phantasy Star fans. It ain't happening. PS5.
Well, they got something happening for the Xbox Series X, right?
Well, PSO2 I think just released in the West a little while ago.
Yeah, which is 9.
Okay, I don't know how Blood Falcon suddenly got like 30 yards ahead of me, but whatever.
So because he's your better.
Well, no, it's like I was fine, and then suddenly he was like way ahead of me. I was like, what? I was doing good that race too.
This is like the devil car in Ridge Racer.
Kinda.
Oh my god.
Well, no, Blood Falcon
is a pain in the ass to race in the original for one reason and one reason only. You don't have a rear view mirror.
Yeah, it definitely cheats.
Yeah, you have
I mean, this game cheats too. It's a Nintendo racing game. They all cheat. So
yeah.
Oh my! Best thing Revolution added was the rear view mirror.
But yeah, it's Blood Falcon and Black Shadow will always be 1 and 2. So you got to find a way to beat them.
And you have to beat them? Like, third isn't enough?
No, you have to be first. You have to win the Grand Prix.
Lord, so if you're not first, you're last. It really is
basically
true.
I mean, like I said, I did the side swipe attack, which is nearly an instant kill for most characters. I think I actually did manage to kill Blood Falcon, but he'll be back.
2 donations here. I'll read them real quick because I got to get going soon. $5 from World Travelers CV. Hi, everyone. Really enjoying the charity event so far. Please put this towards the Kirby plush raffle. Okay, $5. And $100 from Subrosian Dimitri. I hope I read that first part right. I have no real expenses at the moment, so I can drop this, and I have 3 things to say. 1, Senrun, Kagura for K-Story for Smash. Well, I mean K-Story on the fact that K-Story doesn't have tits. I'll be super happy when that's I'm thinking of the right game, right?
Senrun Kagura is the movie Ninja Girls.
The movie Ninja Girls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be super happy when Johnny finally reviews Dragon Quest V. 3, put this towards Metroid Prime 3. Dragon Quest V is actually happening pretty soon, like within the month, because after the plan right now for me, and you guys are, I guess, getting first dibs at this. The plan for right now is
world premiere.
The plan for now is after the PlayStation 2 video, I'm going to use that as a segue to the Final Fantasy Marathon. But before the Final Fantasy Marathon, I'm going to be looking at a couple of RPGs, just to like give you guys an understanding of what kind of RPGs I like before I head into the series that I like the most.
Okay. Now, no, okay, never mind. I was going to ask for some deets, but I won't.
Well, you have my number.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious, like, how you were going to handle, like, for instance, the first Final Fantasy. Are you going to review? Are you going to look at every version of it?
I'm going to look at NES or.
Okay, all right. So the 3 that matter.
Yes. Well, the PSP version is just the Game Boy Advance. Like,
Well, Wonder Swan, I think, had a version of 1.
Which I think is the GBH the port of that. Because that's often how they handle the
Okay.
GBH. They were just ports of the Wonder Swan version. With better backgrounds.
John, you probably said this before, but I've completely forgotten. Now, which version of 4 are you playing?
For the Charity Marathon?
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, the original Super
Oh,
Nintendo.
okay. Yeah, I thought it was the PSP version.
Just for the sake, I mean, I would do that because it's pretty easy to emulate, but the Super Nintendo version is the one I have the most experience with, and if I'm going to beat it in under 12 hours, it needs to be Super Nintendo version because it's watered down.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
no grinding for XP, I guess. At a 12-hour finish time.
The only thing that I'm going to be doing to help speed it up is I am going to be taking advantage of 2 glitches. Specifically, I'm going to be doing a item duplication glitch in the beginning of the game, so I can sell an assload of this one item that I have already. So I pretty much have an unlimited guild.
Okay.
And I'm also going to be doing a tile glitch before entering Mist, because you know how you enter Mist from the left side.
Yeah.
On the town, you can walk over it with the glitch and enter from the right side, which doesn't trigger the cutscene. And you can head inside the shops earlier and go inside the hut that has the armor and the dancing daggers, and do that too. I mean, that's more just to speed up the beginning part of the game, because after like you go paladin, it's pretty much the same as
You never go back again.
Once you go white, that ain't
Once you go paladin, you never go back again.
Oh my god.
Anyway, 2 more donations before I head off here. $5 from Godzilla Rules Kong Sucks. So Z's here. John, do you believe that Mercury Steam are working with Nintendo on a new 2D Metroid for Switch, aka Metroid 5, Money to Advance 3? I just want Prime 4.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say, just focus on getting Prime 4 out.
Yeah. Get Prime 4 out first before I talk about any other like 2D game or anything. I mean, I'm happy for any Metroid game. I mean, as long as it's good. But
but what if we get Prime Fusion same day once again?
Like that'll never
like they did for the first ones? Oh my god.
It'll never happen again.
It's gonna happen.
It was once in a lifetime. $5 from Ryan, Darkfall643. Put this $5 to Rondo Blood because it's the more manlier game. I don't know, Simon's pretty manly.
I was gonna say Simon's a bit more manly than Richter is.
Yeah, I have to say, I have to agree.
Richter's shown up by a little girl, so.
What if Cole Phelps was an F-Zero racer with cinematic mode on?
What?
I mean, he tries like one.
You can't finish a race because cinematic mode is so obstructive.
You'd have a boost button and a doubt button. I like it.
All right, well, I gotta get going.
Okay.
Johnny,
So,
Johnny's going. Do not ask him any more questions. Do not give money to ask him questions.
I mean, you can give the money to ask him a question. You just won't answer him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no!
I'll text it to him later.
Okay.
All right, guys. It's always been a
See you,
pleasure.
man.
I will see you guys. I think I'm with Chris tomorrow for Star Fox 2.
Nice.
So you guys can catch me then and there, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Race. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Later.
But
Okay, I'll give this a few more tries and then we'll just have to move on. This mission sucks. There's so much AI just fucking with you.
Can you move on without doing this?
I mean, well, not if you're starting a new file, but I have everything done.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Are there any other tracks like this that are just
No, the last two are one-on-one races, so.
Okay.
The problem with this is that there's way too many cars just flying around and smashing into you and crap.
Too much of a randomization.
Yeah.
like,
You can't account for 29 other racers doing whatever the hell they want, interfering with you.
It's a Mario Kart with frantic items.
I mean, kinda.
man, I want to see what like this is. I want to see like Mario Kart 8 with 200cc with like up to 30 people, and it's like, oh wait, that would basically just be this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Well, I feel like Nintendo would probably make Mario Kart 9 have 200cc with 30 people all at once before making an F-Zero game.
Probably, yeah, just to spite us.
Yeah, they announced that, and there's just F-Zero fans that are all like,
Okay, this is going decently into the final lap.
Also, Greg, that goddamn boost and doubt.
Oh yeah,
I mute because I was choking on my food.
Oh my no. Okay, so here you go. Here's a bit of fan art. You know the meme with the sweating guy that has to push two buttons?
Yeah.
Give me Captain Falcon wearing the Cole Phelps with the Cole Phelps hat so that you can tell that that's who it's supposed to be, and then those are the two buttons: boost or doubt.
Or you can take the picture, that meme where it's Cole Phelps, but it just says doubt. Only replace it with only have it be Captain Falcon and replace it with boost.
It's just boost.
Okay, I'll give this one more good run, and then we'll move on.
I'll be honest. I'm looking at this, looking at the way this moves around.
The controls are fine. It's just, again, there's 30 racers on here, and they're constantly nudging me into walls and crap.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind if Sonic the Hedgehog was here running alongside them.
I mean, he'd be fast enough too.
Right? You get the boost style.
I mean,
Sonic.
there is a Crazy Taxi reference as one of the characters, so.
You know, that's such a cool. I mean, Crazy Taxi was never this fast.
Well, it is now because it's the year 27 whatever.
Oh yeah. Come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
Crazy.
And you can fight Blue Falcon and Black Bull in Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that was a reference to this.
Yeah.
The fact that Sega made these.
I'm telling you, it works. It just works.
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, what sports team are you on?
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, the Falcons, huh? Didn't do so good last year, did ya?
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, don't be blue. I'm sure you'll do better next season.
He went from 3rd to 28th.
Mario Kart gonna Mario Kart.
Come on, you can do it.
No,
I'm doing what I can, Greg. There's only so much I can do.
You can do it.
Marco, everybody has bullet bills.
Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Oh no, he broke down.
Yeah, just
all right.
This mission sucks. So there's two more. Basically, you win the Grand Prix. The not Darth Vader guy blows up Black Shadow, and you move on.
All right, time to play Wipeout.
Yeah.
So let's say we won and move on.
What?
Like I said, that was the mission I knew I wasn't going to be able to do on stream.
Ryan, I have never played Grunty's Revenge, and I beat it blind. And this is a game that you're familiar with, okay?
You also had help.
I expect you to beat this.
I also only have 40 more minutes.
So you can't even beat that level? I thought you liked this game.
It's almost like that's really fucking hard.
A couple donos here. I got $10 from Chief Kilo. Says, hey guys, how's it been? With both Terry and Ryu Ken Being in Smash, I'm surprised you didn't combine the two franchises with Capcom vs. SNK 2. But hey, we get to see John suffer against Reed inputters. Anyways, put these $10 towards Pac-Man World 1 because I think it's more interesting. Plus, let's celebrate the game that created the Pac-Man design they used for Smash.
Okay, so we're facing not Darth Vader, and the secret to the universe is racing championship belts. This game is weird.
Bang's desk, which Mike is sitting on.
Okay, so yeah, this is a one-on-one race, which makes it significantly easier than the last one. It's still hard, mind you, but it's something I'd be able to actually do.
At least there's only one other person not bouncing you around.
Yeah, you can't kill him. If you do manage to somehow get him off the track or something, he respawns like 30 seconds later. So, it is what it is, but at the very least, it's not, again, 29 other racers constantly gunning for you, knocking you off the course, and messing up with your lines and all that.
Greg, there's another donation if you want to read it.
Yes, there is. We got $5 from Malictory. I never want to say malice. I request a monotone reading for this. Okay, I will. There's a lot here, so I'm going to try. For some reason, if not, then that's okay. Hello, it is day 2. We donate to victory. I am awake, and so are thee. Ryan goes fast. He plays in Glee. What? Captain Falcon, please get married to me. Discussions abound. They are like a treat. Silver is present. His presence is like present. Oh, okay. I am hungry, but I only have steak. Vegetarian, I am. I can't even eat Spam. Another plan to create I must, but happy days come, I trust. What is the point? This message you read? Nothing, I say. Have a good day. Be minding of the memes. They are like bomb. Make you happy? Too laughing? Like eat honeycomb. Racing continues. Do not. P.S. Share for the desire for a raffle thing to be mine through chances to win when Pigma flies.
Jesus Christ, it only takes $5 to hijack the stream.
Listen, I'll read another one of those, but you got to put like a 20 in front of that. And when I say 20 in front of that, I mean 205.
I don't get it.
Well, if I put a 20, it'd be 25, but I went 205. There's 20 in front of 5.
He said Captain Falcom because there's some of them.
The RPG developer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought that was a miswrite. I wasn't sure if that was actually
Also,
legit.
I know some of the things mispronounce. I know like there are some things that misspell Falcon as Falcom.
Yeah, that's why. So I just kind of assumed that's what it was.
It was, but it's also Falcom is a thing. So
yeah. This whole message wasn't about ease, so I didn't think Falcom.
So, like, is it okay to drive across the lava?
Yeah, it just takes your health.
It's like walking across hot coals. Just don't stop.
Well, no first try on this one.
Jesus, I don't think anyone cares, but I played this game, and I went to level 2, and I couldn't beat level 2, and I was like, fuck this.
Oh, so you complain about me doing mission 7, but I did that. I did mission 2 at first try, so...
I never complained.
I just didn't play it. Yeah, I don't think I ever played all the way through this. I think I played it a little bit when it first came out, like to try it out, and I never got around. I don't know. F-Zero I loved on the SNES, but I never really, like, I didn't play it on 64, and I never really got into, like, dude, F-Zero's amazing. I think I played more Kirby's Air Ride, which I found way more difficult.
I already have way too much trouble dealing with nitrous oxide on CTR, so this would basically be impossible for me.
By the way, another good PlayStation game, Nitrous Oxide.
Don't you mean CTR?
I would love to play the nitrous oxide game.
That wasn't going well at all.
That was good. N2O. Good music. Great music.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I hit mission 7, now I just hit a freaking wall. On skill ability.
Well, you're supposed to be driving through the walls. They lined the track. Come on, you can do it.
I'm trying.
I know. I'm encouraging you. Listen. I'm trying to gas up my boy here. See, because it's a racing game.
Oh, someone's keeping track of deaths.
Yeah, I noticed.
I just noticed that now.
Oh no.
$5 from Harpra. Good on F-Zero, Ryan. I could never beat Black Shadow's trap when I played this game.
That's the speed mission.
That's the one before this. That's the one
that's the one where you're basically doing speed. The movie. Speed.
Oh, okay. You're doing speed.
Oh my!
Captain Falcon says drugs are awesome.
Jeez, how are you supposed to respond? I'm just watching it, not even playing.
Again, I did the very hard on these. Somehow, back as a kid.
We had a lot more time and a lot less on our minds back then.
I mean, that's also true, yes.
How did you do in school, Ryan?
4.0.
What?
GPA 4.0.
What the fuck?
He did that on purpose because the 4 starts with the letter F and then the O is 0.
I don't know if I like you or dislike you, Uncle.
I mean, it could be a little bit of both, honestly.
What'd you get on your GPA? 4.0. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant F0. Oh, look at it. Sick drift. Sorry. I'm sure I'm on like a heavy delay.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
Ryan, have you tried being one with the Blue Falcon? Says Somber Doc.
I'm trying to just be good at the game, thank you.
The Blue Falcon is an extension of your body.
Yeah.
I am one with the Falcon. The Falcon's with me. I am one with the Falcon. The Falcon's with me.
This is the way.
This is how you win, Ryan.
I have spoken.
Okay, I fell way too far behind on that.
I have spoken.
Winners don't do drugs unless you're an athlete.
Or a politician.
Ryan,
Yeah, pretty much.
Ryan, have you tried the Falcon Punch yet?
If only he would do that.
Just get out of his car and just punch
him.
everybody.
Well, it's a matter of pride. He has to show he's the best racer.
I mean, isn't it like the anime that shows like his Falcon Punch kit is like the size of like a can like use the
No,
power of, like,
that's because that episode never got dubbed. Like half the series never did. So all they have is the Japanese, and people don't know it. In context of that episode, Black Shadow has like a massive like reactor thing going that like cause a black hole or whatever. You know, standard sci-fi bad guy, whatever. So Falcon's going to stop him in like a heroic self-sacrifice thing, and when he does the punch, the reactor explodes, and that's what's exploding, not the Falcon Punch. But the context is really weird. So
Okay.
It looks like the Falcon Punch caused half a galaxy to explode. Now, the one thing you can do in this game is just keep it close, because the game does rubber band to an extent.
Now, this all takes place inside the beehive of Barry B. Benson, right?
What?
By all known laws of aviation, these cars shouldn't be able to fly.
But they do anyway because they can.
It's called the G diffuser system.
Is that what they actually like?
Yeah, explain it. It's also the same thing they use in Star Fox to fly.
Okay. Same universe.
I mean, yeah, James McCloud is in this game.
Yeah. See, there you go. F-Zero. Oh my God, F-Zero for Starlink.
I mean, maybe.
With F-Zero toys?
Starlink do poorly.
Yes. Well, it did okay, but not enough to warrant being a Toys to Life game at this day and age.
I think people realize very quickly, oh, this is not actually a Star Fox game.
It's just a
It's
game
still
that has
Starlink. It's just, yeah, they have a Star Fox R-Wing in there, which I never bought. I'm kind of bummed out.
I see it on sale. I see it like still in stores everywhere, and it's like super cheap.
Well, because no one wants it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Okay, I'm getting close, but just need to have that one good lap 3.
First place. First place. Now that's a place I've not seen in a long
Oh, be quiet. Not helping.
I don't recall ever coming in last before. That's why you're not, you're doing well. This is not, I mean, you got, first of all, let's be honest here. You've got the stream curse.
I mean, yes.
Right. This is you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna think, I know I can do this. You're gonna shut the stream off and you're gonna do it the first time. In which case I want to see a picture on Twitter of you with your from your cell phone. Like, look, I did it.
I mean, I have the save data that shows I did it.
How many tracks are after this?
Just one more in terms of the story mode, but there's like 5 Grand Prix you can play. Which the difficulty for the Grand Prix is fine. It's just the story mode's obnoxiously hard. So when everyone says, "Oh, this game is so hard," it's like, no, it's just the story mode that's hard.
Can you do anything to your car? Like, would doing the Grand Prix give you stuff for your vehicle?
No.
Okay,
What?
so it's a static vehicle
Your car is your car.
Okay, all right.
Well, damn.
That's a little weird. That's, I don't know. It just kind of sucks all of the customization out of it, right? Like,
Well, you have custom cars, you just have to make it.
Can you customize for story?
No, because you're playing as Captain Falcon.
but that's what I mean. I like the idea. Like, even if you have to play as Captain Falcon, I like the idea of, maybe I can customize this car. Maybe I could race some Grand Prix, earn some money, boost up my car, and then go back to the story mode.
No, you can't do that. Captain Falcon, the Blue Falcon is the Blue Falcon.
Man.
I agree with my uncle Silver.
I don't know. I always think that for story modes, there should be something that you should feel that you have some control over, just so that it kind of feels like there's a point to doing the other stuff.
Come on. I was so close.
So
Man. One more?
Well, I'm gonna give a few more. The last mission is just a race against a staff ghost, effectively. So it doesn't have any hazards or lava or anything. You can fall off at points.
Okay.
So it honestly gets easier after you beat mission 7 and then mission 8. It's like I was ahead of him after lap 2 last race. Can that count? Okay, that wasn't going well at all.
me Angie.
Yeah, kind of fell apart right there.
Yeah.
That's all right. We're not here to win. We're here to raise money for a charity. That's what it's all about. As somebody's cell phone vibrates in my ear.
See, I knew you could hear it.
I mean, I've got headphones on, so I've got headphones on and I've got the stream off. Chat's not hearing it, but I'm hearing my vibrator going off. And
I'm pretty sure the chat, if they can hear it, if you can hear it, then the chat can hear it.
What does 1% on a battery mean? Because my battery has been at 1% since 10 a.m.
it means it has more money than the other 99%.
It means you need to charge it.
No, it means that it's not really 1%. It's been going.
Yeah, cell phone batteries are just weird.
They've gotten better. My last few phones, I'd get to about like 5%, and the phone would just shut off, which makes 5% 0% by default. My phone now, I've had it say 2%, and the phone's still on. Because, it used to be like, your phone's at 10%. We're shutting it off to conserve power. If you're not letting me use it at 10%, that's 0%. If it shuts off at 10, that's a 0. My last phone did it at 5.
Or like when it warns me about being at 15 and 5%, it's like you're expending battery power to tell me that it's low on battery.
Well, what do you have?
Samsung.
You have a Galaxy, right? You have a I think I have a Galaxy 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine at 15%. Mine warns me that it's low, but then it shuts off certain things. I think at 10%. I think at 10% it goes into dark mode, so that the brightness of the screen dims a lot, and you can turn it back up if you want, but it will drain your battery faster. And I think at a certain point, like if I try and use the camera, it'll say that the battery is too low and it won't work, or the flash won't work. It does things to conserve power when it gets super low.
Do we have any more donations?
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the last donation we read? Malictory?
Harpa's was the last one. So Mick Yeager is the next one. You got it.
Okay, Mick Yeager donates $5 and says, "These turns look like a major pain. You've done a great job so far, Ryan. You can do it."
I'm trying.
See, yeah. Well, let's get some donos going. Get some positive vibes for Ryan here. What's our total at? 60. Oh, look, $64.98. We're $2 from 6,500. Let's get some vibes going for Ryan. As we watch,
we are $2 away from 6,500.
Yeah, see, on the brink.
Let's get $2. I think we can make $2.
Whoop.
Mick Yeager says, "Oh, could you put my 5 towards advance 2? I'm on it."
I think I blew it at the end there. Shit. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and Sir Dragon, we're not far from 69.69.
Oh shit!
Nice, twice.
I believe it took us. I believe it took us until day 3 to get to 69.69 last year.
I will donate $2 if you drop your phone. I mean, how will you know that I did it?
Yeah, you could just be slapping the table and making a thud.
Mm-hmm. Actually, my plan would be to drop it onto a pile of clothes near me. You didn't say drop it on the what?
No, he said the floor.
Yeah, and the clothes are on the floor.
It just says your phone. In the chat, I will donate $2 if you drop your phone. It doesn't say where. And for the record, my pile of clothes is on the floor.
Get a hamper.
I have a hamper.
Put your clothes in it.
I can't.
Why?
It's full of clean clothes from the last time I did laundry. What? I don't iron. Just take out what you need as you wear it.
Oh my
Steven, they can donate with PayPal, right?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think you can. I did it with a credit card through my account. So
I'm going to try to donate with PayPal.
PayPal, donate some money.
That's weird because we set up with GoFundMe through a charity, which means we're supposed to be able to accept PayPal.
PayPal, Venmo, and Nintendo Gold coins.
No. We're supposed to be able to accept PayPal, but I don't see the option. That makes me a big mad because GoFundMe said they would do it.
I got some support here. Uncle is a mood. I lived out of a hamper at college. Don't need a wardrobe or drawers.
Go fund me more. Go fund yourself. There.
That was okay.
I'll take okay.
Also, Uncle, yeah, I leave my dirty clothes on the floor too. When are they going to get more dirty? Where they belong, in a corner or on the chair.
Jesus Christ. Fold them.
No.
Put them in a drawer.
I just like how much rage this seems to induce in people.
Alright, because things are quiet. And because I have access to the email. iMaster Omega says, sending in some positive vibes to Ryan. Just hang in there. Greg's choice for where this goes, $5.
Oh, can I put it towards one of my raffle picks?
You can put it towards
No. You know what? Put it towards Metroid Prime 1.
Okay.
Because that seems to be the one that John wants to play.
I'm doing it.
And since somebody dropped a buttload of money in the I think it was Metroid Prime 2. So it's like I'm gonna help John out and throw $5 that way. Look, I did fold the clean ones. No, I do the same. Like, this is great. I feel like laundry is this sort of weird, like this weird universe, right? Where even within our own geeky community, there are so many takes on how you handle it.
Yeah, I'm on the side of not folding dirty clothes.
You can't have dirty garbage.
Did you say you're on the side of not folding dirty clothes?
Yes.
I don't think anybody folds dirty clothes.
I don't think anybody folds dirty clothes.
No, I thought you were talking about that there are some people who do fold dirty clothes.
No. I'm
Nobody
talking about
said
clean
that.
clothes. No, clean clothes.
Oh.
Like effectively, I live out of a hamper. Like I have hampers for my clean clothes, and then I just pull out of there. Yeah, it just doesn't really seem like a big... Like, okay, do you iron?
No, my clothes don't need to be ironed.
They don't need to be ironed. Neither do mine. So they pull right out.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was
Come on. Yes!
Nice!
Oh, now we're talking. Now it's charity stream.
I believe that deserves $1.
Come on.
And we killed the devil.
The devil is dead.
Well, just like a Shin Megami Tensei game, what do you do after you kill the devil? You go for God.
He can't hurt us anymore.
All right. Okay, so you got that one. I'm Astro Omega. Inferno the Fox drops $25. Says, hey guys, happy to catch an FTCR stream when F-Zero GX is going on. I got a arcade tower off my friend for my 27th birthday, and one of the games I have on the GameCube emulator is F-Zero GX. I've yet to play it, but I expect pain without end, especially on higher difficulties. Put this money towards Johnny playing Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes because the OTT cutscenes are just hilarious.
So now that we have the 2 champions belt, we're now challenged by spirit people.
And $5 from Shadow Mwape Shadow MW8. I never know Shadow. I always call you Shadow because I never know how to say it. $5 says, I need to ask this other than Bible Man. What religious superhero do you know about but regret ever finding out about?
Religious superhero?
Are there religious superheroes?
There are a bunch.
Angela from Spawn.
Oh, yeah, she technically counts.
Yeah. That's considered God versus the devil, sort of, right?
Thankfully, this final mission is just a stat ghost. There's no hazards besides potentially falling off, and no other racers to get in your way. It's just beating their time.
Oh, good.
So let's hope I can do this.
Is this the place where we met Jess Monica?
No, it's Rainbow Road.
Yeah, I don't know who else would count as religious.
I mean, there are superheroes who are religious, but not religious superheroes.
I mean, Thor would count as Norse mythology, which was considered religion.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, we're stretching religion, but
I mean, there probably are religious superheroes, just like those, like the churches who like create those as like mascots or whatever, which just ones that we have no idea about.
My favorite superhero is Mary Magdalene. Saint Mary. She can give birth without needing no man.
you got a superhero team, the Apostles, kind of like the Justice League, right?
I mean, kind of.
Including the traitor.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have some intrigue in the group, right?
You have Pontius Pilate as your sympathetic villain.
I don't know about sympathetic.
Well, I mean, the way he's written, like it's supposed to be. I mean, it's not actually, but like the closest. But then you have like the non-sympathetic
Okay,
villains.
I'm quitting just so I can re-enter and change my car settings.
Oh,
I'm still waiting for the Kane redemption arc.
I realized I went a bit too heavy on max speed and not acceleration and handling.
There you go.
Yeah. Look, favorite group of side heroes, the Three Wise Men. Absolutely. Kind of reminds me of the Lone Gunman from X-Files.
The Three Wise Men don't do anything. Are they wise? They just kind of show up.
They just kind of show up and give them stuff.
Here's some stuff. Okay, bye.
Here's the presents for the birthday boy and no other child in the area.
We are wise.
Excuse
Make sure
me.
you write this down that we are wise. Bye.
Hey, as an introvert, showing up to the party, dropping off my gift, and then leaving is the wisest thing you can do.
I guess so.
You're not wrong.
God damn.
Here, show up, drop your gift off, walk around once so that everybody sees you were there, and then go back home and watch Avatar.
Okay, yeah, that feels a lot better on this track.
The movie or the show?
The show.
The show. I like myself too much to watch the movie.
Okay, just making sure.
Ah, damn it. That was my fault.
Hojack, first close, now religion. What's the next topic? Listen, Hojack, you're clearly not familiar with me, so let me explain. My brain goes everywhere. It does it all at once, and it does it very quickly. Yeah.
Welcome to Brain Scratch.
Yeah, I go everywhere. Believe me, we'll go from dirty clothes on the floor to hentai to what?
Go to hentai.
What the last time you wore a suit? Like we'll jump crazy topics. I get around.
People jump crazy topics. 2020. Whoa, Ryan, that almost counted.
Well, sort of. Once I get a better feel for the track after like one lap, I'm sure I'll do better.
In Mario Kart, that would have counted.
It would have, yes. But
Yeah, it really would have.
this isn't Mario Kart. This is F-Zero. It's different.
Better.
Yeah. Shoot a red shell at him.
It's a staff ghost. I couldn't even if I wanted to.
Do it anyway.
Now this is Wipeout. Shoot a rocket.
It seems like you don't even have to beat his time. You just have to get through the course.
No, well, you do have to beat him.
You do, but I think you should focus on...
It's a staff ghost, so it doesn't really... that was my fault. Damn it.
It's like a regular ghost with a staph infection.
What I'm seeing is that you're not even getting through the course. I think you should just focus on getting through the course.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad. I'm back.
Yeah, but if you get through the course and don't beat the ghost, it doesn't really matter though, right?
It doesn't. But
yeah,
don't
no,
think about the competition.
I'm not worried about the ghost. I'm just trying to get through the course.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't think about the competition. Just do your best.
Do your best.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. No matter what happens, be a strong queen.
Don't cry for me, FTCR.
Don't cry for me, I'm already dead.
I'm Barney Gumble.
Now I'm going to
Mr. Gumble, this is a Ghost Scout meeting.
Now I'm going to pull an emerald out of my ass and secure the sun god inside your abdomen.
What are you referencing?
Sonic 06.
Oh.
Stefan said, "Don't cry."
Yeah, I don't know where we were going.
That was also my fault. Okay, I'll take things a bit easier now.
Lilac with $5 says, "Keep up the good work, Greg. At the least you can do is neatly place dirty clothes on the ground. Also, can you scream ribs? Put my money towards Metal Gear Solid PSX, right? MGS PSX, because OG needs love. Ribs! Spare ribs! That's such a funny clip. That is hilarious.
It is
I have that on my
One of your
soundboard.
favorites, yeah.
Yeah, I have that on my sound. I actually was just watching it earlier, and it makes me laugh every time. That's probably one of those, no matter what mood I'm in, if you play it, I'm at least going to laugh at that part.
What movie is that from?
It's from a clip. It's from a video clip from last Halloween, actually, where some guy's holding a skeleton Halloween decoration, and he's making the mouth talk. And he asks the guy he's talking to some kid, and he says, "What's my favorite snack?" But then the kid can't answer him, so the skeleton gets more and more pissed off.
Oh, he's trying to make a punny joke, and the kid's too stupid.
Yeah,
to get
he's trying, but the kid's not even laughing. But he's getting more mad. He's like, "Come on, guess!" And the kid's cracking up, and it won't be. She's like, "Bones, I don't know." She's like, "No!" And he starts banging the skull against the box, the person who's controlling the skeleton. By the end, the kid's cracking up, and he's yelling at him, and he just yells in his face, "Ribs!" And it's just so funny the way it all plays out. And it's because the first time I saw it, I didn't know what the joke was. I didn't know what the answer was. So when he says ribs and that's the punchline, it's everything else just makes it so much funnier. He also says a bad word, but I won't say it here.
What is the bad word? Text me in Discord.
Make the skeleton say fuck.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Oh my god, we got Amy to say fudge.
$5 from Schoolroy. Ryan, tell me, does Captain Falcon ever use the gun he has put towards daily raffle, please?
Nope, he's never used it in anything.
He never uses the gun in any version of comics or anything?
Nope.
It's for self-protection. He's not an antagonizer.
He doesn't need a gun when he holds up his two arms and says, "Well, this is the gun show."
I mean, even the Scarecrow used the gun in Wizard of Oz. Or at least he had a gun.
That's because the Scarecrow was a wimp.
Well, no, it was the Lion who was lacking in courage.
Scarecrow was still a wimp.
Yeah, the Scarecrow didn't have a brain, which, if you want to draw any parallels between the character who didn't have a brain carrying a gun, you go right ahead.
That is up to you. We will not impose it.
Someone's saying he did once in a comic. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, he might have. I haven't read all the comics.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm just wondering if there was any version of the media of F-Zero media.
Maybe some Nintendo Power or something comic did once, but no games, and the anime didn't.
Was there an F-Zero comic or manga of some kind?
I think there was something in Nintendo Power once, and there might have been one comic thing in Japan, but there's not a lot.
The only comic I think is the instruction manual for the F-Zero for the Super Nintendo game. Let me see if I have that.
I think a comic came bundled with the original F-Zero. Did you know that comics came bundled with pants? Jinko jeans came with a comic attached to them.
Really?
Did you know this?
Like on the zipper?
Jinko jeans had a little tiny comic strip attached with like a little ball chain to the pants. Like I don't know why, but I wanted the pants because I wanted the comic.
Hold on, somebody made the Boost Doubt meme it's on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who is next at roughly 2:30?
That would be Majora's Mask with Kevin, the Golden Bolt. 2-day cycle only run. Will he be able to pull it off? I think so. I think he will. You should see for yourself, because he will do it.
Damn it. Taking wrong lines.
So Brian, you haven't like loaded anything. You got this far on stream.
Well, I couldn't beat Mission 7.
Oh, I just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, given the amount of tries that you had, if you had beaten it early on, I mean, we'd be done the game 20 minutes ago, and that's not, it's not fun.
Well, if I had enough time left after I beat Story Mode, I would have done a Grand Prix, but...
Oh, okay.
This is coming from someone who has played this game and could never beat level 2. And holy fuck, this game is hard.
It seems like you kind of have to play it a lot to just get used to the speed. There's some games you pick up and you're like, oh, okay, this is, I've played racing games before. I'm catching on to this pretty fast. This is like, okay, I've played racing games before, but nothing like this.
Yeah, basically.
This ain't Gran Turismo.
Oh, jeez. Almost fell off there.
I'm gonna repeat what Johnny said. This game feels like it has a niche audience, so I can understand why there hasn't been that many installments of it. I still think that because there's such a big demand for it, that there should be more installments of it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we don't need like a ton of F-Zero games, but one per system would be nice.
exactly, like
it's a good franchise.
One per system would be nice.
And honestly, they don't need to all play exactly like this. You can you still have a racing game that changes up the formula a little.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've always wanted an RPG racer where the battles are just like short races.
A role-playing game racer?
Yeah, think about it. You instead of walking around a map, you drive around cities. While you're driving around, there was Squaresoft did one called Driving Emotion Type S, and Tokyo Extreme Racer, I think, did something like that, where you drive around the area and then you can flash your lights behind cars, or they can flash their lights behind you, and then that was how you got into races. So then you flash your lights, and then both racers agree to race.
Yes!
And what it would do was it would then highlight a certain path on the map, and that was your course. So then you would race to the finish line of that.
Beat it. Let us salute our Lord and Savior, patron saint of champion of
Nice.
Church of Captain Falcon of Latter-day Brawlers.
Let's go! Yes, there you go.
We have the ode to Captain Falcon playing as the credits theme. Hell's fucking yeah, and just on time too. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Whew.
Very excellent. Grats, good stuff. GG's. All the fun we want a video game things to say.
Chris just wrote in our private Discord, Ryan is a Chad confirmed. What? He said a Chad.
No, no, that was just me exasperated at having to do this.
Oh my god, your salute!
Yeah.
That's amazing. We need to make a... What do we need to make? Oh, I know. Hashtag Falcon Salute.
Yeah, it was just Mission 7 I couldn't quite do, but I have an excuse for that at least a little bit.
That's all right. It's a tough thing. You know, it wasn't made to be easy.
Yeah, I love this ending credits scene. It's also the only game that ever mentions the Falcon Punch.
Lunch.
Cool ending. I'm pretty sure I've never seen this ending.
No, basically you beat God and then he walks off.
Oh, he doesn't even get the girl?
No, he's not. He's Captain Douglas J. Falcon. He does not need any harem.
Douglas.
It's not a harem if it's one.
Captain Falcon needs to eat a big Falcon lunch. That's what the ramen is for. But yeah, this is obviously you can see right now the cutscene that would happen if I did beat Mission 7, where just you win and that's kind of it.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of it.
There you go.
Thank you for having me. We'll watch the rest of the credits and then we'll kind of log off and let Kevin do his Majora's Mask run. I am pleased I got through 8 of the 9 missions, and I did close enough in Mission 7.
Hey, good enough for me.
Yeah.
Did better than I would have done in the amount of time allotted to you.
Well, I did well on every other mission except 7 and to an extent 8.
I'd still be playing on the first level, complaining about the controls somehow.
No, the first level's really easy. Like, you kind of have to try to lose the first mission on normal.
I beat God, and all I got for it was this lousy belt.
No, he had the belt. The belt is what let him challenge God. Yeah, that's F-Zero GX for Fun the Charity Room. Next up is Gold. Sorry, what?
Very, very quick. Oh, yes. So, Steven, is there any last minute donations?
I'm gonna refresh.
No.
No, there's no new donations. Goodbye.
No celebratory donations.
Schoolroy is the last one.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, then. So I guess we will log off and get to the next run. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you on Thursday for my next run. Later.
Yep. Later, everybody.